right, thanks so much, Jenna. Well, it all started with a craving for a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, 5 years later, Ron Douglas Duckett has left his financial manager position at J.P. Morgan to devote his time to decoding the nation's most popular restaurant recipes. But he's not stopping there. He's making the recipes available to the public in America's Most Wanted Recipes, Volume 1 and 2. Author and cook Ron Douglas Duckett joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you. So you're at J.P. Morgan. How do you make the transition from J.P. Morgan to cooking some of the most famous recipes in the restaurant industry?
Well, I was at J.P. Morgan, and I was doing this for about 5 years prior, doing this part-time. And right around the time during the birth of my second son, me and my wife decided that one of us needed to stay home, with the kid, because, having 2 kids and child care expenses, it just made more sense for one of us to stay home. So I figured that I wanted to do this full-time eventually, and it started to take off. So she was supportive enough to let me stay home with the kids. And
I understand she's at J.P. Morgan. She's still at J.P. Morgan, yes, as opposed to you doing this. But you have an email group with 162,000 people on it, a blog. You've published some of the most well-known recipes, from Kentucky Fried Chicken or, you name it. How do you do that?
Well, I have a lot of support from the people on my website. It's all a collective effort. We pitch in, we test recipes. I have people on there that spend a lot of time in the community forum. And, I also have a good staff of a couple of chefs that I hired that help test the recipes as well.
So how do these restaurants allow you to write about cheaper or better alternatives to their most well-known recipes?
Well, I don't think I'm taking any business away from the restaurants. It's only really a promotion for them. I encourage people to actually go to the restaurants and try these themselves, and then try to go home and replicate it after they tried it at the restaurant. So, these are all my version of these recipes from the restaurants.
And so, given the current economic environment, how are you doing? How has it been success-wise? You've been doing this now for almost 4 years?
Right. Well, 6 years, actually. 1 year full-time. It's going really well because the internet is pretty recession-proof, and this is kind of like a recession-proof business where people can save money by actually making these dishes at home. Instead of, wasting gas and going out to the restaurant and waiting on long lines, they could actually make it at home and have fun doing it.
All right, so Charles Payne, come on over. Because there's no way I'm doing a segment like this without eating some food. Okay, so, all right, so first of all, this is the Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe?
Yes.
Okay, Charles, you want
sure,
a breast, a thigh, or a leg?
A drumstick, yeah.
A drumstick.
Yeah.
All right. Jeez.
Okay,
boy, trouble in the making. Okay, so this Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe. All right, tell me about this recipe. I'm going for, like, the worst. I'm going for the breast. Go ahead.
Well, this is the original recipe that started it all, and everything just spiraled from there. And, we had dozens of people taste test this recipe from our site, and it comes as close as the original.
This has the 12 herbs and spices?
Yes.
Yeah.
Charles, babe.
11 herbs and spices. It's all in the
My Charles is eating this. Wow, this is really good. Oh, my God. Awesome. Okay, so now we have to try. This is from Olive Branches?
Olive Garden.
Olive Gardens.
Yes.
Olive Branch. I was talking so much about an olive branch before. All right. So this is their, tell me what this is. This is their lasagna?
That's the 5-cheese lasagna from Olive Garden.
Well, why don't you get in there, too? Okay.
Oh, wow, this looks good. Okay, I'm gonna try this. So how long have you been, so you've been doing this, you were doing this part-time. Want some of this?
Right.
Sure.
And now, how many of these people at home are actually doing these recipes and following your lead here?
Well, I have a newsletter of 162,000 people that get my weekly newsletter where I share a new secret recipe each week. And I also have a community forum with 62,000 users. So there's a big interest in this.
All right, Ron, I'm very excited. It was a great pleasure having you. I love having lasagna and fried chicken in the morning. And best of luck. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I'd just like to say thank you to my wife, because she's my #1 supporter and a real sweetheart, and I couldn't do it without her. She's my best friend. And I want to say thank you to Mike Filsame, who really helped me catapult my internet marketing career.
Oh, sure. All right. Well, we should mention Ron Douglas's cookbooks, America's Most Wanted Recipes, Volumes 1 and 2, are online and in stores now from Verity Associates. Or, of course, you can go on to his blog, to recipesecrets.net. All right, Ron, thanks so much.
We
are back with the one thing you should know in just a minute.
Just out of reach from your kosher section in the deli. Seared Jew and flesh, taste the best with a side of mustard.